Students, this is your notes for Thursday, October 30th. We're going to be studying about slope. Okay, slope, which is how much a line goes up and down. It's also known as rate of change, and usually we use rate of change when we're talking about more of a real world. And it can also just be referred to as your rate, like the rate at which you pay something or the rate at which your car is driving. We also have a guy called Slopeface who helps us remember slope. If a line is going up like this, it's positive. If a line is going down like this, it's negative. If you have a flat line, this is zero slope. If you have an up and down line, this is known as undefined, and so we have a U there. And so this guy, we call him slope face. Okay? So uphill, positive, downhill, negative, straight up and down, undefined, flat is zero. Okay, we're going to work on counting out this slope on graphs today. We'll do it using tables and ordered pairs, all kinds of other stuff in the coming lessons. Alright, so rise over run is going to be important. That's known as slope. It's weird, but we use the letter M to represent slope, and it's also known as rate, or rate of change. It says climbing stairs is good exercise. Some athletes run up and down stairs as part of their training. The slope of the stairs determines how difficult they are to climb. Stairs that are very steep are more difficult to climb than stairs that gradually rise. Examining the steepness of stairs can help you understand the idea of steepness or slope of a line. The steepness of stairs is determined by the ratio of the rise to the run. So the rise is how much stairs go up, and the run is how much they go left to right. Okay? So when we run left and right. When we rise up and down. Okay? It's also known as the vertical change over the horizontal change. This is your change in y, and this is your change in x, if you think about a y-axis and an x-axis. To find slope, and this is the most important part of it, to find slope, you pick any 2 points that you want. You always start at the left. And we're going to tell you a story in class to help you remember this. You always move vertical, which is you move up and down, and then you move horizontal. Okay? When we count the rise, moving up is a positive, down is a negative, and when we count the run, moving right is positive and left is negative. And those things are always, that's always the same. And we want to make this a ratio, or better yet, a fraction of rise over run. So in this example here, we're going from this point to this point. So to get there, we rise up 2, and then we run over 3. So it's rise over run 2/3. In this example, we're going from this dot to this dot. We always start on the left dot, and we always go up or down. So we go down 2, so we rose -2, and then we always run to the right. We run 3, and so this is -2/3. So here's some examples. We always start on the left dot, so I need to find my dots. Here's a dot. Here's a dot. To get from the first dot over here on the left to the other one, I got to go down first. So I go down 2, and then I go to the right, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So down 2 over 6. Okay? Since this is an unreduced fraction, I have to reduce it. So I can do, if I had a calculator, I would just type it in and do math 1 enter. But I don't have one on me right now, so I have to use my old school methods, which is what goes into both of them. 2 goes in that 1 time, 2 goes in that 3 times, so it's -1/3. Here's my dot. Here's my dot. To get from here to there, I got to go up first, and then over. So that's up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So up 8, and that's a +8, and then over 1, 2, 3, 4. So up 8, over 4. Again, that is unreduced. So I could type that in my calculator and do math 1 enter. Or I could figure out that 4 goes into both of them. 4 goes into 8 2 times over 1, which is just 2. Always start on the left, go to the right. This time I go up 0 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0 over 6 is 0. And this, thanks to Slopeface, I already knew flat lines have 0 slope. If you flatline at the hospital, What does that mean? You have 0 life left. You are dead if you flatline. This one you don't have a left or right, so that's going to let you know that something's weird about that one. This one you rise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We rise 6, and we run 0. 6 can't be divided by 0. If you type this in, your calculator is going to give you an error, and this is said to be undefined. And again, slope face would help you remember that. Remember his nose ring is a U for undefined. These next ones you have to pick your own points. So the origin is a good place on that one. The origin is a good place on that one. The next thing you got to do is you got to find places where it hits perfect. Right there, it hits perfect. So to get from there to there, I got to rise up and then over. That's 1, 2, 3 over 1. So 3 over 1. That reduces to just 3. Okay. Let's say, for instance, I picked the different point. I picked one up higher up here. Then this would be up 6 over 2. And 6 over 2 would also reduce to 3 over 1, or 3. So even if I picked different points, I would end up at the same place as somebody else. Okay? The thing is, you cannot pick points right in the middle of that. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. You have to pick ones that are exactly on the corner right there. Okay. This one doesn't cross through the origin, so I have to go ahead and pick some different points. So it crosses right there. And then it also looks like it actually crosses right below it right there. So I start on the left, down 1, over 1. So down 1, over 1. Negative 1 divided by 1 is negative 1. So this is the slope of negative 1. And you're done. This is going to be an easy lesson.